What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. So this video is going to be dark, but I'm going to start off with something a little bit more light. So I'm currently, as you can tell, in my garage. The truck is outside, and we're going to do something that I said back in December, January, February, whenever, that I would never do again. But I've done the research, and it looks like that everything is safe. Looks like that what happened to me just a worn out trans. For those of you who are new and don't understand what's happened, what I'm talking about, back in December, I blew out my 5R55E. The truck had that transmission in it since 150K. The truck's at 230 now, but this was, back when the truck had like 225 or something like that. I honestly don't remember exact mileage from, February. But I grenaded the trans. At the time, it had a tune from Brent speed on it that had slip time and shift pressure adjustments on, which everyone says is good for the trans. So that was bewildering to me. And when it got to the shop, Accurate Transmissions, they looked at it and said that the entirety of first gear's clutch was gone. So I didn't have first gear at all. I apologize for coughing and anything like that, or if I'm a little red-faced. I'm actually a little sick, so I really shouldn't be doing this video at all right now, but that's kind of how it's going to be. But yeah, I got the truck back with the new trans in it. I taken the revision off. I think I'd gone back to my first tune, which was just engine tuning, and it was fine. But then it broke again. I lost the shift solenoid. I did a whole video on that. I was very annoyed and went back to the shop. They fixed it free of charge, and it's been good ever since. I haven't had an issue out of it. But today, I'm returning to that revision because there was just something about that tune that I miss. And that is the fact that, like I said in the last video when I was with Hayden, it shifts almost ZF fast. I wouldn't say it does shift ZF fast, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen a ZF transmission in the modern Mopar or the Mark V Supra. It's very, very fast transmission, and yeah, I don't know if it shifts that fast, but it shifts pretty fast. So the tune setup, it's got slip time adjustment in the first to second shift, the third to fourth shift, and the fourth to fifth shift. There's nothing, I don't believe, for second to third. I believe that's the one where they said they couldn't figure it out. I believe fourth and fifth may be in there too. I don't remember exactly. I have to find the email, which I deleted a long time ago. But if everything goes well, I'm going to talk to them again very soon about getting the rev limiter raised, because if you guys did know, European Explorers, such as, the European Explorers with this motor, could rev to 6. For whatever reason, mine shifts at 5,500, and obviously I like high RPM. 5,500 is kind of lame unless you're towing stuff, in which case the more lower end power band is better. But for me, I like having higher revving engines. I like being able to, really push it. So we're going to probably try to bump it up to 6 as long as it's safe. Granted, this motor does have 236,000 miles on it, so it may not be my smartest move, but that's why I'm going to consult with Brent Speed before I do anything like that. They've done a great job tuning the truck, and it is going to suck whenever this thing does get supercharged or cammed, because I'm probably going to have to get a dyno tune, and which means I won't be able to use them anymore. Who knows, maybe I have to get rid of the X4, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because I can just give it to my dad, and he can finally ghost cam his 3.7 like he's been wanting to do for the longest time. But anyway, we're going to go inside the truck and put that tune back on it. I don't know if I'm going to get to drive it today or not, because my brother, as you can tell, is not here. We got to run the AutoZone here in a little while anyway to get a headlight bulb for the car. My sister's with my mom right now. They're over at the DMV because my sister is getting her learner's permit. So that's always fun, finally get the last one of us driving, which means my insurance is about to skyrocket, which is going to suck. Granted, I'm not paying for insurance. A lot of people know my parents are, we have a rule pretty much. We have a deal. As long as I stay in school, they're paying for, insurance and stuff like that. I have to pay for gas and all the other expenses, such as maintenance and whatever, but insurance is covered, which is great, because that thing's almost $300 a month on insurance. And I have a clean record. I've never even been pulled over, so yeah, it's a whole mess. I'm starting to wonder if they up my policy because of the modifications. They did say that eventually that my parents would up it because of all the stuff the truck has on it now. But anyway, that's all besides the point. We're going to hop in and put the Revision 2 tune back on it. So I like the proximity sensors were working amazingly at Boosted Friday night, and now all of a sudden they don't want to work at all. So this thing does need to be washed, which might be something else I do today, as long as I'm feeling up to it. Because like I said, I am moderately sick. I wouldn't say I'm like, you know, dangerous or anything, but I need to do a lot of cleaning with this thing. Because all boosted may be dying out for the end of the year. And well, with what happened Friday, we can at least find some other meets around here to go to, I guess. Maybe start one of our own, but anyway. So if you guys have never tuned a car with an SCT X4 before, it's actually a really simple process. So you have to have an SCT tuner, of course. Now this is the X4. A lot of people use Unleashed tuning for the Sport Trac stuff. I use Brent Speed because I really didn't want the X3, which is what Unleashed uses. I know it's kind of a dumb thing, but I really wanted the X4, so that's why I got with Brent Speed. Plus they had a package that came with it. Okay, so now we got to put it in run. Really annoying, kind of. I'm thinking about getting a mod to change the door chime out. So we are on 93, so we're going to go 93 revision 2. And it's going to transfer some settings from the tune I have on it right now. So we're going to have, I leave the spark stuff alone because I don't know what I'm doing with that. So speed limiter, we're going to take off. I've always ran the speed limiter off. Rev limit and drive, rev limit and neutral. We're going to bump this up to 4,000, which is what I've usually kept it at before. Why does it want to go 7,000 drive? Now, I don't know if this actually changes it, but I am going to set it to 6,000 just to be safe. Idle speed, I always keep it up about 700. Idle speed and neutral. Oh, that's in drive. Maybe we can keep that down to 656. So we're going to leave the shift pressures alone for now. I might go and throw them up a little bit later. Well, let's see. Do we have like a 5%? Yeah, we'll do 5 just to, if it is safer for the trans, it'll be a little bit better. So, nothing crazy. And I think, yeah, that's everything. So 93 revision 2, speed limiter off, 6,000 RPM, rev limit and drive, 4,000 rev limiter in neutral, 5% shift pressures from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. All right, so it's going to check the Mary status, which is going to be cleared because obviously this is the same truck I've had it on for a long time. So now turn the key back on. It's going to flash the tune. This is going to take a minute, but so here's the thing when you're tuning a car. This is important. When you have an SCT, I don't know if this is the same for Cobb or HP tuners or anything else that anyone else could use. Make sure there is not a single voltage drop, or you may brick your ECU, and that's not fun to deal with. So you got to be very careful. In my case, that's why I've got all the doors closed, all the windows are up, the radio's on because I don't know how to turn this off. The keys in here, because this set does have a custom push button start, as a lot of you guys know. As long as the voltage does not change from what it is from the time you turn the truck on to start the process, you're fine. So don't open your doors, don't like mess with the radio at all. That's why I'm leaving it on the home screen. I'm probably gonna change that home screen eventually to something a bit more cool. I actually made that. I actually took the picture of the Ford and added Sony on it, but that's all besides the point. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to get any driving clips in this video because of just the main topic being really important later. But yeah. So yeah, it's downloading actually rather fast. I started like 2 minutes ago. Usually it takes a while. You can tell the fan's running. It's clearing any sort of check engine codes. All right, tune's on. Now we're gonna start it up. So of course I'm gonna open the door for this because I want you guys to be able to hear it kinda before the exhaust setup still. All right, we're running. Running smooth, no problems. For a cold start, this is actually rather smooth. Still gotta take the dash out and fix the connection where the gauge cluster is for that tachometer. So running smooth. 1300 RPM, coolant temp down at 58. Intake temp at 64, trans temp at 56 degrees, MAF counts at 270. So yeah, running good. We'll just let it sit here for a minute, make sure everything's good. So this is the current exhaust setup that I'm getting rid of soon. You guys have already seen the video where I unboxed everything, and we're going to be adding a second flow master to this, so it's going to be a lot louder, especially with the short tubes and the, it's still going to be catted, but it's going to be an X pipe on the truck, so. It's going to be considerably louder than this, because it is really quiet. I mean, even at cold start, it's still, I can talk over it without even really needing to raise my voice that much. Michael's taillight job is still holding up. If you guys live in this area, the Hiram, Dallas area, talk to Michael. He can get you some really good taillight jobs done. This has been holding up great. It looks fantastic. Yeah, Michael does good work. Everyone loves the new plate. In fact, actually, I never actually talked about this, but a lot of you guys who follow It's Just a Six may know Po Boys. I got a shout on his Instagram story because I tagged him in a picture of the plate and used like his little outro that he does alongside it. So that was really cool. I didn't actually post it on my story. I forgot to do that, but I was actually pretty flattered. So they're really cool stuff. I like the plate. It's been a fun conversation starter, I guess. Probably if I had no one talk to me about it, but I probably put a few smiles on people's days with my big Send It on the back of the truck, which is ironic because I'm not the type to do burnouts in public or anything stupid like that. So yeah, everything seems to be fine. LED conversion's holding up on the back. That looks fantastic. So yeah, I guess we're good. The tune's back on it. Motor's running smooth, minus its little belt chatter. Everything's good here. Oil pressure's good. Voltage is back up. This battery, I think, is starting to find its way out. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her off. Get my key out of here. So yeah, I don't know what the rest of the plan for today is. I'm gonna put in the 11-minute full story of what's going on, the main purpose of this video here at the end. But yeah, I don't know. I probably won't film going to AutoZone with Liam. Unless I take the truck, obviously, which I think we are anyway. I don't think I'm going to do any pulls because Liam hates pulls, but I will. He's not as bad as my sister, but that's kind of that. So whatever I put next, I put next. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys can, I guess, kind of enjoy what I'm about to put in the video. So I'll see you guys later.